So I would like to say before this video starts, trigger warning. Yeah, if TikTok does take this video down, I'll have it up on my YouTube channel. But trigger warning. But I freaking hate that I have to address this shit. Because this wasn't even some video that I wanted to make today. I wanted to make a video about my birthday. But since this shit, ignore my boobs, I'm kind of so desperate. This shit came about. It pisses me off because yes, he does have a disability, but that doesn't mean that, you don't know right and wrong. Because clearly you do know right from wrong, because you have the knowledge to blame other people when stuff is going on, and you're the one that's doing it. So this latest situation, so I'm just gonna call her the ex-girlfriend because I don't want to put her name in my videos because, people's privacy and whatnot. So him and the ex-girlfriend's been living there since I moved out of the house almost 2 years ago. Like, honestly, today's the 13th, 14th? The 14th maybe? Because I think yesterday was the 13th. He was like, he texted me, he was like, did you take my food stamps? Now, give you a backstory. Last month, was it last month or was it the month before? I want to say it was last month. So I was like, send the confirmation because, like, I don't want him knowing my address at all. So he sends me confirmation, whatever. I did what I had to do, deleted the confirmation, deleted off my phone. I actually switched phones, so I don't have the information anymore. On top of that, when he sent me confirmation, like, half of the card was cut off to the light, so I couldn't read the card, so I had to still call him, or then I texted him and asked him what the rest of the card was saying. So even if I did have his card, I couldn't see the freaking card information. So, he was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I bought him food this month. First of all, he gets like $200 and something, which I'm not even sure how he gets that much. And he works a full-time job, bringing like $1,300-1,400 home a month. And when I was making that much, they only gave me like $17. So somewhere in there, he's telling some type of lies and committing fraud. But that's on him. That'll catch up to him eventually. But yeah. So fast forward to yesterday. Because today's Sunday, yesterday was Saturday, which I didn't know. Like, I have to look at the freaking calendar to be like, oh yeah, today's this day, and tomorrow I have to go do that, because I've been so sleep deprived because of this little one. So he was like, did you take my food? I'm like, nope, I did not. So I thought that was going to be the end of the situation. But knowing him and knowing how childish he is and knowing how he is always looking for somebody to blame or whatever, I should have known that wasn't going to be the end of it. I should have known that he was going to do some shit to be like, oh, it's me. So I had posted like a collage of when I was in Minnesota of me, my daughter's dad, and my daughter. It was like one picture of me and her dad, and like we're kind of hugged up. We're in his room, and the other two pictures of my daughter. Her. So I was like, I think I said something or whatever. I don't know. Either way, I posted a picture and I posted on all my social medias. So Um, like, and it's an old picture. Like, if you go back on my Facebook, you see the same picture posted on my timeline from when I was in Minnesota. So his logic as to, oh, my daughter's father is here, and I used his food stamps to feed my daughter's father. Like, no. I get my own. I get like $700 something in food stamps. But that's because I have 2 kids. I'm not working right now. Like, I don't need your food stamps. Like, I need your food stamps for it. But on top of that, like, he's trying to steal his dad's money. And I'm like, you doing all this shady shit. You sending females money that you don't know because you want them to come see you and have sex with you, and you don't even have anything to have sex with. You still to this day think that we had sex and we never had sex. I made you believe that we did, but that wasn't going inside me. You don't even have anything to have sex with. Like, that's not gonna happen. So yeah. Like, I tried being nice, I tried being cordial, I tried as fast as possible to get my own spot so I didn't have to be under that toxic situation. My son was acting out because everybody in the house acts childish. I'm not gonna say everybody. The ex-girlfriend and the dad, they're excluded from the BS a little bit. That's a whole different situation. I'm trying not to go into that, but whatever. And I know he's gonna see this, I know he's gonna talk shit, so whatever. I have my own place. Like, I try to be nice, I try to talk to him. He complains about he doesn't have enough money to do what he pay his bills. I send him jobs. Even after this whole food situation, today, I sent him a job, or 2 jobs that was hiring. So it's like, I'm still being nice to you when I don't really have to. And he keeps going. I'm like, do what I have to do to protect myself. Because at this point in time, you're constantly telling lies on me. Like, the ex-girlfriend likes to talk about, oh, she's gonna get her brothers to beat his ass or whatever. If you was to do it, you would have did it. To be honest, that's, again, I'm not going into that because I really don't care. That's not my business. But anyway, on to some pleasant topics. This little pumpkin was born May 24th, 2024 at 10:31 a.m. And oh my gosh, my birth was so crazy. I went in the night before to get induced because they were concerned about her weight. So they're like, we want to induce you at 37 weeks because, we don't want her to go past 37 weeks because of her weight. She wasn't gaining enough weight. And she, yeah, so with that, and that was crazy. So I kept telling them, like, I had a long show, I thought my husband was picking this up, but apparently didn't, so that's what happened. Describes it without being too graphic, but it's what happens when you're in labor. So I was like, I told the nurse, I was like, yeah, there was like a lot of blood there. She was like, oh no, that's normal because I had to do a Foley ball, which is like this ball balloon thing that they put in you to like open your cervix. I had that with my son, but I wasn't like induced with him. My labor just stopped and I was trying to get it started again because he decided he wanted to do his own thing, just like my daughter decided she wanted to do her own thing. She can't like oh my gosh, my whole pregnancy, she's like little scares. Like when I first did an ultrasound, they couldn't find a heartbeat. Um, then it was her weight, them being concerned about her weight, and then her just coming on her own terms. Like I was like, oh, whatever. She was like, yeah, that's normal because they just pulled the Foley out of you, so you're gonna have a little bit of a little bit of spotting or whatever. That's normal. I was like, okay, and I laid down. Apparently, I was having like really bad contractions, and they weren't picking it up on the monitor. So they were gonna do like another way. I guess they can stick like a monitoring up your vajayjay to to pick up your contractions, because like I was feeling them. Like they were feeling like really, really bad cramps. Like I before I had my son, I had a really, really intense cramp. So going through labor with him, it wasn't as bad. Going through it with her, I feel like because I wasn't having those intense cramps after having them when I did get my period, that it it made it 10 times worse. Like I was so set up getting epidural. Like I was so mad that I didn't get epidural, like no pain medication at all. With him, I had some pain medication because I ended up getting like strep B or something. Like it was something, and they were like, that's completely normal. I have this during pregnancy, or whatever. Because like I wasn't sexually active my whole pregnancy, so I was like, I don't know how did I even get this. Like, so yeah, so my inducing started like 11 because I got there. They told me to get there like at 10, I believe, and the whole process it started to like 11. Like I was in the waiting room. I guess they had to like get rooms or whatever. There was a lot of people delivering that day, so I was like, yeah, my son, like I felt like I had him like really fast. Like I literally had just asked the nurse for pain meds because I couldn't take it with him. Like it was uncomfortable and I just wanted to like be able to relax with him. So I had just asked the nurse for some pain meds. And literally right after that, she was like, oh yeah, it'll be in a minute, whatever. He started coming out, and when they start coming out, their heart rate drops off the monitor. So yeah. And with her, I was like, yeah, I felt like I had him really fast, and like there was nobody in the room when I had him, and they all had to like rush in. So yeah, with her though, every time I had a contraction, her heart rate kept dropping, and that was a concern for them. So they had me turning on my right side, then turning on my left side. No, it was my left side first, and then they had me turn on my right side, and then they had me get on all fours. When they had me get on all fours, I was like, I have to poop. Like I feel like I have to poop because her heart rate kept dropping and nothing they were doing was working. I was literally this close to having a C-section. Yeah, I'm talking about you and how you like to scare people. Yeah. I do wish her dad was there. Like I wish like I had somebody there with me holding my hand, but it didn't work out that way. As it is, he still hasn't met his daughter in real life. He's seen her on video chat and pictures. But anyway, so I was like, I have to poop. I have to poop. And like I couldn't even answer them because I just felt the need to like figure down and push. So like I don't know what the doctor was doing because again I was on all fours, like I was facing the pillows and like my butt was in there. So I guess they were trying to get like the device out of me, and I guess once they did that, he was like, I remember hearing him say, "I see her head," and then I remember the nurse saying, um, "I guess, you know, the turn of position like forced the gravity forced her to go down or whatever." So I think I only pushed like 3 times and she was out. I don't think I pushed more than that, maybe 4. Yeah, I don't think it was like a lot of pushing, and then she just kind of slid out. And then she continued to scare me because she wasn't really eating. She didn't want to eat like that. So it was like a good 2.5 weeks where she wasn't eating the way how she was supposed to. Like she was drinking out, then she would sleep for a long time, then she would wake up drinking out. Wasn't really latching. Wasn't really taking the bottles like that. So like that was concerning to me. Like they're still concerned about her weight. They want her to. She's on. Because I have bought this can, so I'm feeding her this Embryo Nourisher, which is for preemies. But it has like extra calories or whatever. That's supposed to help her gain weight. But her doctor wants her on Similac Nourisher. Again, it's for preemies, but it has a lot of extra calories or whatever for her to gain weight. As of right now, she'll be 2 months on the 24th. And she drinks about 2 to 3 ounces. She's supposed to be drinking, I think 3 or 4 ounces. But again, she does her own thing at her own time, and honestly, I don't blame her. She's a little diva, but she's my little diva. Her dad and I couldn't figure out a name together, so we had my son name her. So what he picked out was Mira Cayenne, and then she has my last name. But I didn't like the way how I was spelling it, and then you changed the spelling, it kind of changed the way how it's said, so it ended up being Myra Cayenne. And then I was watching Caitlin from Team Mom, Caitlin Lowry. Don't come for me if I said her last name wrong. I'm bad at names. But she was going through like a list of names that she didn't choose for her twins. And Sayla was on that list. And it was also on the list that I had wrote. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a sign. I need to add this to my daughter. She's going to be like the last one, So I just want her to have like the whole name. So her full name on her birth certificate is Myra Cayenne Sayla. And, I call her Ra Ra or My or Ra or my little princess. But yeah, she's definitely been doing her own thing. I carried her for 9 months, but she looks exactly like her dad. Exactly like her dad. So that's kind of an update of where I'm at now. Oh, my son turned 6. I'm sleep deprived, but I still try to get stuff done. Like I still have to cook for him. I still have to make sure he's straight. I still try to spend time with him. I haven't been doing story time, so I had to keep renewing the book that I checked out for him. It's Found by Margaret. It's the Missing series. Like I started reading chapter books to him, and that was like a chapter book that I liked reading. So I was like, let me go ahead and do that because I was tired of like the Bernstein Bears. I was tired of Judy B. Jones. I wanted something different. I wanted him to get something different. So hopefully tonight, I'm trying to get us on a routine, which I think I messed up her sleep yesterday because I gave her a bath in the morning instead of nighttime, and it kind of threw her off. So I think I'm paying for that today because she's been like really cranky. She's only slept like for 3 hours this morning, but now it's just like 5 minutes and then she's up screaming bloody murder. So So, you know, that's being a mom too. Not two under two, which commend y'all for doing that. I don't think I could do it. But yeah.